Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
On this special day, we get an opportunity to show all of our love and appreciation for the example you set to pave the way to make us the people we are today. We are grateful to have you in our lives, and today we just want to say to all mothers out there,
Happy Mother's Day.
Sunday fun day here at the Big A. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and it's a beautiful day for baseball. At least we hope it'll be a beautiful day. The sun hoping to pop out here at the Big A as the Angels and the Twins wrap up this 4-game series. Hi, everybody, from inside our broadcast booth. I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubas. So glad you could join us once again for Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. And this afternoon, we're going to be treated to a fantastic pitching performance, hopefully by both guys. Hopefully the Angels come out victorious. You got Fernando Romero going for the Minnesota Twins, a 23-year-old, but Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Angels.
Shohei's throwing the ball so well so far this season, Victor. When you think about it, he's hit the ball very well, but also when you look at his fastball and the effort he makes to be able to get to that outside part of the plate on a consistent basis, not a lot of wasted energy. You're talking 199-mile-an-hour fastball on that outside part of the plate, but that sets up his nasty split-finger fastball, which is an unhittable pitch. When you think about overall, his secondary pitch is well under 100 batting average against those secondary pitches for Shohei Ohtani. So get ahead with the fastball. They were very aggressive, swinging early in the count, and then finish off with that splitter. Should be a real good one here today with all the lefties in the lineup.
A little different look in the lineup for the Angels. No Mike Trout. He's just getting a day off because the Angels have so many consecutive games, and we'll see more of that, I'm sure, as the rest of the homestand plays out. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Hopefully the Angels come out victorious, at least earn a series split. Sit back, relax. Lineup's his first pitch when we return. Swing and a miss, and tip your cap, Shohei Ohtani. You deserve it this afternoon. new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Welcome back out here on Mother's Day. The baseball's handed out, and moms get to go out to different positions, Gooby. You know, you usually have kids go out there with the players.
That's so cool.
Moms get to go out there, get some autographs, take some pictures on this beautiful Mother's Day. And it's actually opened up here. The sun is out, some blue skies up above, and hopefully the Angels pick up a dub piece.
What a great moment that is. Makes you feel good,
yep.
Especially when you get to see something like that take place.
Well, Shohei is getting his warm-up pitches on, and the umpires will go through the motions as far as the ground rules with Paul Molitor. As we do that, we'll get you his lineup. Game number 36 for the Minnesota Twins. They're a game under 500 at 17-18, but they've won the last two against the Angels. So the Angels needing a victory today to split this four-game set. No Joe Mauer in the lineup. Dozier will lead things off at second base. Kepler's in center. Escobar in the three spot at third base. Eddie Rosario, the cleanup hitter, at left. Mitch Garver at DH. Logan Morrison, who DH'd the first three games, will get to start at first. Robbie Grossman at right. Gregorio Petit gets to start at shortstop, and Bobby Wilson behind the plate batting ninth. Shohei Ohtani making his sixth start of the season. 3-1 and a 4.10 ERA.
Yeah, 1-1 at home so far at the Big A. ERA rate at 3. Fastballs 95 to 100 miles an hour. Even touch 101. He'll throw a slider, curveball, and very good swing and miss split finger fastball. My go-tos for him to be successful, Shohei, today is splits for the punch out. Again, get ahead with that more consistent fastball command. It's still very firm, but at times leaves it over the middle part of the plate, hit spots, and then finish off with that split for the punch out. A lot of lefties in the lineup here today for Minnesota.
Check out the defense for the Angels. No Mike Trout in the lineup. It'll be Upton, Chris Young, and Cole Calhoun from left to right in the outfield. The infield looks like this with Cozart, Simmons, Kinsler, and Valbuena from third to first. Martin Maldonado, after night off, is back behind the plate.
And Chris Young getting that start out in center field, taking over today for Mike Trout, who's getting the day off, recharging day off. In center field for Chris Young, no errors in his last 232 games as an outfielder. That's the current longest streak in the majors as far as no errors for Chris Young in the outfield. Pretty solid throwing on one outfield assist so far this season also.
Halos in the midst of playing 29 games in 30 days, and that's why Trout gets a day off. That's why Mauer's got a day off, and you'll see probably more of that as this week plays out, with the Astros coming in for 3 and then the Rays in for 4. The homestand continued. Brian Dozier's batting the number 2 spot the first 3 games, leading things off this afternoon. First one from Ohtani is a fastball just off the plate. David Rackley calling the balls and strikes. Larry Vanover at first. Hunter Wendelstedt at second. Chris Guccione at third. Dozier 255 on the year. 7 home runs, 16 runs batted in. Bounces this one toward third, and it eats up Zach Cozart, and it trickles down the line. Simmons alertly gets to it and holds Dozier to a single.
Simmons. We talk about those instincts. He got over there that quick. He keep Dozier at first base and keep a double play in order. One of those tough in-between hops there too off of Cozart, but Anderson Simmons gets quickly over there. You got to try, at that point, you got to try to backhand. A lot of times as a guy who played all his games at the major league level until this season as a shortstop, third base, you try to backhand a little bit more often as a third baseman.
So Dozier over at first. Here's Kepler. 264 with 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Kepler last night went hitless, 0 for 5. 12-inning loss for the Angels. Halos now 1-4 extra inning games this year. Pretty decent lead for Dozier at first. Slow breaking ball misses.
That's a pretty good spot. 73-mile-an-hour curveball.
Looked like got the bottom part of the strike zone.
So far, a couple of pretty close pitches not called. Ohtani's way.
One and two.
Dozier getting a little bit bigger lead over there, but Shohei Ohtani's very, very quick to the plate.
Shohei's last start in Seattle on the 6th. Went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs on 6 hits, punched out 6, walked 2. Leadoff single for Dozier. That was in the dirt, blocked by Maldonado.
So fastball, a couple curveballs, and a splitter there from Shohei Ohtani.
Mentioned all the lefties in the lineup for Minnesota. He fared a little bit better than right-handers against Shohei. 237 versus the 196 for right-handed batters. Two, full count. Eduardo Escobar on deck. Third start at home for Ohtani. There's 3 out on the road. Last one here was against Boston. That was the short stint, lasting 2 innings.
See how quick that move is for Ohtani. I think Dozier's going to be on the move here on a 3-2 count. With no outs.
One hopper. Kinser bobbles it. It's only placed to first. It should have probably been a double play, or at least a line out caught and keep a man at first. Instead, it goes as a fielder's choice, and Dozier ends up at second.
My Hyundai key for this game today for the Angels to be successful and Shohei Ohtani to be successful against Minnesota. Going to never be the same. I mean, change patterns as far as your pitching mentality throughout this entire game. Don't let them sit on a certain pitch, especially this Minnesota club, because they love to sit on a fastball inside part of the plate. So always change up, never be the same.
Eduardo Escobar hitting .291. 16 doubles, 7 home runs. Cleanup hitter last night. 1 for 5 with a double. Man at scoring position. Dozier standing there, and I said fielder's choice, just goes as a ground out. 2 balls, no strikes.
Shohei does a nice job as far as varying his look back at second base also, as Dozier's trying to time him. Never be surprised if Andrelton Simmons flashes that glove for a pickoff play at second.
Tough pitch for a hitter to get to. Called strike, 2-1. Outfield swung around the opposite way against Escobar. Infield to pull with Simmons toward the middle. Pull the off-speed pitch foul.
Early on, pretty good feel for his curveball. They talk about percentages of pitches thrown for Shohei. About 44% fastballs, 22% slider, 30% split finger fastballs, and about 3% curveballs. But he's thrown 3 really good curveballs, especially with all these lefties here in the lineup today for Minnesota.
Two now. Escobar goes down, swing, nope. Actually got a piece of it. So it's a foul ball. Good hard breaking ball down and in.
Yeah, that's the pitch he threw so well the other day in Seattle. Thought it was his best slider he has had. Didn't see a whole lot of contact with that bat.
No argument, though. So still at 2-2. Dozier at first base, or pardon me, at second base. This one's yanked foul. You see a little bit more deliberate Shohei Ohtani today than we've seen in the past?
Yeah, that usually is a pretty good indication that maybe a pitch or two that he warmed up in the bullpen. He didn't have a feel for it at that point, and it still doesn't have a feel for it in this top of the first.
Full count.
You look at numbers versus his fastball. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball versus his secondary pitches this season. Fastball batting average against him at 447. Couple home runs allowed. This 054 versus his secondary pitches with a couple home runs allowed. So even though it's a very good firm fastball, he's got to locate it well.
Three-two on the way, and this time he gets it. Again with a breaking ball. 2 outs, first strikeout for Shohei.
And you can see why those batting average against him on those secondary pitches is 054. That's a perfect location, that pitch once again. Out in front, no contact made. Pulled off on the pitch.
So 2 outs and a man at second. Eddie Rosario at the plate. The left fielder hitting .295. 10 doubles, a triple, 9 home runs. Couple of hits last night. At the rally started in the 12th, the leadoff single.
Good slider there. And so far, that's when I talked about never be the same. Never fall into his patterns of throwing a first pitch fastball all the time. That's when they'll sit on and swing early. Start off with a slider.
Ground ball to second base. Kinsler's got it. Ohtani gives up the leadoff single to Dozier. Nothing else. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Kozar, Calhoun, and Upton coming up for the Angels with no score. Pick up his first strikeout. We'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for game number 40 for the Halos this year. 23-16. Kozar will lead things off at third base. Calhoun is in right with no Trout in the lineup. Upton in left field. Pujols at DH. Simmons at shortstop. Valmoin at first. Kinsler at second. Chris Young gets a start in center field. He'll bat 8th. And Martin Maldonado batting 9th. Doing the catching as they take on Fernando Romero, 23-year-old right-hander native of the Dominican Republic. This will be his 3rd major league start. Gooby's yet to allow a run in the big leagues.
Yeah, he's got a firm fastball, 94, 99 slider change. My go-tos to be successful against the youngster today is patience early on. See some pitches, and then look, off speed. He's got a pretty good slider.
Cozart swinging first pitch. Shoots one out to right. And that is played by Robbie Grossman. There's the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Twins defensively. Rosario Kepler and the aforementioned Robbie Grossman in right field. Infield looks like this with Escobar, Petit on the left side, Dozier and Morrison on the right with Wilson behind the plate.
Kepler getting the start in center field. He's played right field so far in the series, but center field here is 25th game in center field career-wise, 16 this season. Covers a lot of ground, and he does have a very strong, accurate throwing arm out in that center field position.
Cole hitting 165 with a home run, 11 runs batted in, takes a strike. Cole 0 for 5 last night with a walk and a run scored. Romero, the number 6 prospect in the Twins system, according to Baseball America at the start of the season. The ball well down to AAA. 4 games, 3 starts, and 21 strikeouts, 21 innings. ERA of about 2.5. Back toward the middle. Teats got it. 2 down.
And the description so far from Romero, same thing with Ohtani, effortless in their deliveries. You would think with Minnesota, with Romero and Barrios, youngsters part of this rotation, they're going to be very deep with a lot of swing and misses from that rotation from the years to come. Irvin Santana will be back in that rotation before too long also. Pretty solid deep rotation for Minnesota.
Twins were in on him early as far as scouting him, as were the Houston Astros. Twins wanted to see Romero pitch one more time. During that whole process, Astros offered him $200,000. They said, well, we can't do that yet. The Astros wouldn't budge. Twins ended up signing him for $260,000.
That's a pretty good changeup there too for Romero. And when you look at him right now, he's very fluid in his mechanics, very balanced over the pitching rubber. He's able to get that front leg, bringing that front leg up like that very easily, and then he drives it towards the plate, and then he lands on that front part of his foot. That's what you want to do right there, that landing area. Ball the foot first, be more consistent.
Headed out of play. With a 1-2 count. Johnson hitting 263, 10 home runs, 30 runs batted in.
Always the advantage for the pitcher the first time through when you haven't. You've seen tape of them, but until you get in that batter's box against a pitcher, it's very difficult to get a good read of the baseball out of their hand.
Upton goes down swinging a 1-2-3 first for Romero. We're off to the second inning with no score.
drive to success. The Minnesota Twins have been very successful against the Angels over the last 17 games, going 12-5, averaging a little over 5 runs per game during that stretch. Very good with runners in scoring position. The relievers have been excellent, 5-0 with 7 saves and 7 opportunities. Prior to that, though, the Angels had the Twins numbers, 12-1, the previous 13.
First fastball in for a strike. Mitch Garver, the DH. He's come up big late for the Twins over the last couple of games. Not too often you see both catchers in the same lineup. Paul Molitor doing that today with Garver DHing and Bobby Wilson behind the plate. No Mauer in the lineup, so Morrison takes over at first. Garver hitting .269, a couple of home runs, 6 runs batted in. We're told that Gregorio Petit would be the emergency catcher. Down goes Garver. 1 out.
Secondary pitch once again for Shohei Ohtani. Early on, we talked a little bit about how good this pitching matchup of youngsters with great stuff. Shohei, nasty outside part of the plate, swing and miss.
And it's a strike.
That's the thing. When we talk about effortless deliveries, both. But especially when you look at Shohei Ohtani, how he drives to the plate, and when he misses, it's generally just a little bit off corners.
Morrison at 175 with 5 doubles, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. He's the one that sparked the 3-run rally against Nick Tropiano in the 3rd inning last night with the 4-pitch walk. I think Logan Morrison might have been keyed up for a fastball.
And that's the one thing which Shohei is so good at. He does not fall into that pattern of throwing a fastball into his fastball counts, especially a guy that can hit a ball a long way if he guesses right.
Two on count. Two strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit allowed. The first 5 batters for Shohei. 2 on now. Weekly hit, right side. Simba's got it. Not gonna have a play. Guess that's classified as an infield single. The shift on, nobody can get to that one.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do as a pitcher. You want to create soft contact, and that's certainly the soft contact there. And Anderson Simmons trying to cover a lot of ground. Either one of them get to that baseball. Morrison's going to beat that one out, either Kinser or Simmons.
Robbie Grossman now at the plate. Right fielder at .222 on the year. Slice fouling out of play. Well, the floppy hats coming in handy today.
Yes, cleared up very nicely here at the Big A.
Right on cue.
Yes.
We told her we were going to talk about the floppy hats.
Yes.
Look good on you on the pregame show.
Oh, yeah. That was quite comfortable.
Oh, 2. Kind of look like a cowboy. Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah.
A character out of Blazing Saddles or something.
Yeah. There you go.
0-2. Snap throw to first. Pretty good throw. I don't know if it surprised Valbuena. Kind of spun around.
Yeah, if he was there right on the base, I think they got him. especially because Grossman had to move out of the way of that up and in fastball.
A lot of times that's by design.
Yes.
Help a catcher out. 1-2 now. Morrison over at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
.29 pitches thrown so far for Ohtani. 1 out here now in the 2nd inning.
Two. Grossman goes down looking. 2 down.
Yeah, that got a lot of the strike zone. 3rd punch out of the game for Ohtani. First looking. Perfect spot, upper part of the strike zone. Curveball. Middle part of the plate. Just under 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. 10.9 per 9 innings as far as the punch out for Ohtani. Already 3 so far today. If he has a feel for both his curveball and slider to go along with his splitter, might see some punch outs in this game.
Gregorio Petit getting to start at shortstop today. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a wicked slider.
Oh, 2. Got him swinging. Down goes Petit. Joey Ohtani strikes out the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. No score.
Boy, just real good balance and follow through on that hard slider going down and away to get a punch out to finish off the inning.
On this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Beautiful sight here at the ballpark. Pujols, Simmons, and Valbuena to face Fernando Romero. Albert cuts through the first one. Romero with a 1-2-3 first, including a strikeout.
Those good old days when they're little babies there. Got my little baby back last night. She came back from KU. It's great to see her last night and this morning. Finally back home.
Romero, one of those guys that does not waste a whole lot of time on the mound.
See that sharp slider he has also. I think what you try to do as a hitter, and Albert in this situation too, is try to get one of those sliders, make a mistake, roll that over the middle of the plate with that, and get the barrel of the bat on it and drive it in this warm day today.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Albert 253, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. 1 for 5 last night.
See that life on his fastball, and he'll rush it inside very well too.
Full count.
Well, I mean, look at his minor league numbers. The 7 home runs allowed and 324 in the 3rd innings pitched in the minors. Mentioned no earned runs so far this season in the major league level, but outstanding numbers in the minor leagues.
Albert lines with foul on the right field line.
Been very good in his first 2 starts too at the major league level, Romero. See if Albert can get one of those mistakes as you'll make as a young pitcher.
No bouncer foul. At least Albert making him work a little bit here. Romero threw a total of 8 pitches in the first inning. He's thrown 8 to Albert. Another 3-2. Bouncer foul.
97-mile-an-hour fastball.
I think it is too. It doesn't throw very many straight fastballs. A lot of movement, a lot of running action. Read all the scouting reports on him. And he walked him. So Albert wins the first battle. Leadoff walk to start the second. And fans in attendance will take home a charming Han Solo rally monkey while supplies last. That is coming up on Star Wars night. Rays in town. That's Friday, 7:07. First pitch. For more information, go to angels.com.
The charming Han Solo rally monkey. One thing about Andrelton Simmons, he hits a firm fastball very well. His batting average this season versus a fastball 94 plus miles an hour, 452. So it's a pretty good challenge for the youngster Romero against Andrelton Simmons, who's off to an outstanding start at 345 batting average.
2 balls, no strikes. First time from the stretch today.
When you look at his numbers, though, 11 2/3 coming into this game, 6 walks. So that's part of his game, although 14 strikeouts.
And the same thing at AAA.
Yep.
I mentioned those 21 strikeouts, 10 walks.
Yes. So that's when, as a hitter against him, you got to get him into a situation where you're ahead of the count and have him forced to bring something in the middle of the plate. That's when you crush it. Like that swing right there for Simba.
Off the mask of David Rackley.
He got a fastball. He fells it straight back off the mask. David Rackley. Another good swing on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Be surprised if you saw anything different than a slider right here from Romero against Simmons. After a couple good swings at fastballs there, 2-0 and then 2-1.
1 hit last night for Simba, a triple, second of the year. Albert over at first, leadoff walk. Time called. Two. That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah. That got all the strike zone. More of a situation, catcher setting up inside. It's the outside part of the plate, but that got a lot of the outside corner at 96.
Three-two on the way. Simple drives one out towards center field. It's playable for Kepler. One down. So 1 out, 1 on for Luis Valbuena. Luis at 255 on the year. 1 for 3 and a sac fly. Last night's game. 13 runs batted in now. Back over at first base. Albert at DH. 3 infielders on the right side. And that'll loop out to center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Albert will advance to second.
Yeah, just looking at the outfielders for Minnesota Twins with Kepler playing very deep, Grossman playing very deep. A lot of room on that side of the field, both in the outfield and the infield, for Valbuena picks up a single. A lot of times you'll see the outfielders play a little bit deeper during the day here at the Big A than they would at night. Better carry in afternoon games, especially as it's getting a little bit warmer here now today.
One out, 2 on. We're in the second with no score. Kinsler at the plate. Got the top part of the zone with the off-speed pitch.
What we're seeing so far from David Rackley behind the plate, he's calling the upper strike zone. Lower part of the strike zone, he hasn't called that quite yet. You make adjustments both as a hitter and as a pitcher with your home plate umpire.
Kinsler worked 2 walks last night, 1 for 4. No 1. Ball and a strike. 20 pitches thrown this inning. Halos, of course, last night. Hate to bring it back up. 1 for 10 with men in scoring position. They stranded 16. Angels just 4 for 22 in the series so far. That's just off the plate.
And the outfielders for the Twins playing pretty deep. So a base hit in the outfield should give Albert an opportunity to score from second base.
Somebody was barking from the Twins dugout. That's why Rackley took the mask off. 2-1 count. This one's out toward left center field. Not very deep. Rosario moving over. 2 outs. Kinser got jammed. So Pujols stays at second. Valbuena at first. It'll be up to Chris Young. Chris getting to start center field in place of Mike Trout. 158 batting average. 1 double, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in.
Running that pattern now, he's got a pretty good feel for throwing his slider. First pitch strikes. He's faced 8 batters 7 times. He's thrown the first pitch strike.
Now the hole quickly at 0-2.
A lot of room to punch a baseball into right field, though, especially on that right field corner for Chris Young.
It's foul back. Mislocation on the fastball. Bobby Wilson was set up outside. Pitch running in. Count remains at 0-2. Down goes Young, and the Angels will strand 2 base runners. We're headed to the 3rd inning with no score. Happy Mother's Day to Jennifer Pimentel, who's right there in the left part of your screen. Her daughter and niece, 9-year-old, now become Angel fans, courtesy of Hal Carden, a 92-year-old World War II veteran, served in the Navy, and Jennifer, a caregiver for Hal, grew up in a Dodger-loving family, has become an Angel fan because of Hal, and because of that, we wanted to say hello to Hal. A hero, Angels fan, an all-around great guy.
Yes.
Glad he's hanging in there, 92, and still wearing his Angels gear hat and watching every Angels game possible.
That's amazing. Thank you, sir.
Shohei back to work here in the 3rd inning. 4 strikeouts so far. He'll face 9, 1, and 2. He's given up 2 singles. One off the glove of Cozart, the other one off the bat of Morrison. One does an infield base hit with the shift on. 1-1. 1-2. Bobby 1 for 9 with the Twins this year. Fastball.
That's a
got
great
him
pitch.
looking.
I was thinking in terms of going with that fastball there, because when you throw some good breaking balls and a hitter's going to be trying to chase that pitcher, setting up for a breaking ball. Take a look at our Nissan pitch track, pitch cast, fastball, right on the outside corner, 98. You talk about painting a fastball. We look for that for our Nissan pitch cast on that one.
Bobby sitting there going, hey, do you mind if our guy gets that call too? Top of the order now, Dozier. Breaking ball for a strike. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Shohei, 5 overall. Oh, 2 on the way now to Dozier. Got him swinging. Make that 4 consecutive strikeouts.
That strikeout for Shohei Ohtani now giving him 38 strikeouts. Another good splitter there to get a swing and miss. For a little rotation in that pitch. Ties a record for Bo Belinsky for the first 6 games with the Angels with 38 strikeouts. Bo Belinsky, no hitter with the Angels.
Kepler ground out in the first. See, now the plate seems to be opening up just a little bit. They're close enough to that spot. First inning, you weren't getting that call.
No.
1-1.
That a little bit quick on that release of the curveball. Go back to Bo Belinsky. He threw a no-hitter during that stretch. His first 6 games where he had 38 strikeouts. Wearing the Angel uniform.
Two one now. Kepler swinging a miss. Good breaking ball again.
Kepler with that open stance at the plate. Does have pretty good coverage, hit the ball the other way, but still looking to turn on a pitch on the inside part of the plate.
2-2. Down goes Kepler, and Shohei strikes out the side. He's got 7 so far through 3.
His career high is 12 back on April 8th against Oakland. He's got all his pitches working. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, nasty split, and then the curveball to finish off. Kepler punch out the side, the 3rd.
are scoreless as we head in to the bottom of the third inning. I'm Alex Curry, and welcome to Mother's Day here at the Big A. I am joined by here with the Angels' honorary Batgirl, Mama Ann. It has been such an incredible day for you. You were honored on the field before. How special has it been to be here and share it with all of your family and friends?
Very, very special. Very special. The Angels are truly my family. Russ and I, my husband and I, brought the girls when they were young. Ashley works here, and they're spoiling me today, and I think it's a tradition. Every Mother's Day we will come.
I love that. Now, you shared your story with us. If you guys watched the pregame show or the weekly show, then you know 9 months ago everything changed for you. So is there a message that you want to give to all the women and all the mothers out there about breast cancer awareness?
Absolutely. You need to go every year for your mammogram, every year, and don't miss, because if I had missed, I had no signs or symptoms, and I wouldn't have been so lucky and fortunate as I am today.
Oh, Mama Ann, thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you for being here with us. Victor and Gooby, back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Great story indeed. You can catch it on the replay of Angels Weekly.
It just gives you goosebumps. I mean, that's the smile, and you know the courage, and just to be able to go out there to be out and be part of this whole Angel family here today. It's great for her and the whole family.
Halos have 9-1-2 here in the third. Maldonado with a 3-1 count, and we'll take a strike. Bottom part of the strike zone.
Now you're starting to see that pitch being called a strike, which is a strike for both pitchers. Lower part of the strike zone. Bobby Wilson setting up the target. Romero hitting it right on that spot at 95.
See that movement on that pitch.
I was going to say, you were talking about that movement. That's late movement. And when we talk about late movement, that's when the baseball is getting real close towards the plate. And the hitters are tracking it in the spot, but then you have that late movement that creates a lot of soft contact if there's contact made.
That ball toward the middle. Petit's not going to get there. Martin Maldonado with a leadoff single. Yeah, to your point, Gooby, it's one of those pitches that when the hitter, you have a split second to make up your mind as to whether or not you're going to swing at a pitch. They've made up their mind that that pitch is not going to be in the zone. That late movement all of a sudden brings it right back in. You can't pull the trigger at that point, and all of a sudden you're at the mercy of the umpire.
Exactly. And that's something when you scout a young pitcher, you talk about sometimes velocity. Sometimes if it's a straight fastball, even if it's 98, it becomes hittable. But when you have that late movement like that, that's the ones where scouts get really excited about.
The one thing they talked about, did some reading up on Romero before today's game, is the fact that as a youngster, as a 16, 17-year-old, wasn't lighting up radar guns. He was in the 90, 91, which is back when you were coming up, or when I was growing up.
Yeah,
that's big. You hit 90, 91. That was legit. But they like the arm speed.
Yeah.
They projected that he could get up as far as velocity, the older and the bigger and the stronger that he got. And that's clearly proven out as he throws in the 97, 98 range.
And that's the thing, you got to trust your eyes at that point. You're not looking strictly at numbers and radar guns. You're looking at what you're seeing from a pitcher and how loose and quick that arm action is and how it projects to get better as he gets older and gets stronger.
Cozart 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right field. Back in the day, there were two types of radar guns. The Jugs gun and the ray gun. The Jugs gun always seemed to be a little bit quicker, about 3 to 4 miles per hour. So that was always the question. Oh, he throws 90. Okay, which gun was that?
Yes, exactly.
2-1 pitch.
So that's a pretty firm fastball, lower part of the strike zone, and Cozart, that's where he wants pitches, lower part of the strike zone where he creates that launch angle he can hit in the air. That's that life on the fastball late.
Wild pitch will move Maldonado to second.
Speaking of Maldonado, 13 for his last 23 with that base hit. .565 batting average. Overthrown as a catcher, really, you just got to hope that ball hops into your glove. There's no way, especially where you're set up, you're going to be able to keep that anywhere near in front of you. So now this is a situation where situational hitting with 2 strikes, which something Cozart has done very well the last couple of years. A productive out at the very least on that right side.
He's tried. Romero gloves it. He'll take it himself, and he wins the foot race.
So that's a good out. You never want to make an out, but you could see what he was trying to do. He's trying to get that ball over that side of the infield and does the job. And he'll get some high fives when he gets back into that dugout for a job well done.
Right fielder number 56, Cole Calhoun.
Now important that, especially when you have pitchers throwing the way they're throwing here today, even an out like that could be a huge out because it now allows Maldonado to be at third base and Calhoun to come up here with 1 out, trying to get the job done on a sac fly at the very least.
Infield back and no shift on with Cole at the plate. 1-0. Cole grounded out to the shortstop Petit, but that was while he was playing in the shift. Sometimes you'd see managers in a game, especially the way Shohei has gotten out to a hot start with 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. Try to limit anything here. 1-0 pitch.
Talking to Paul Monto, he has a lot of trust in his hitters. And we've seen him come back in games. Even though Shohei has thrown the ball exceptionally well early on, he has trust in his hitters. This is an opportunity now for Cole to get the job done. They're going to give up a run and a ground ball even to the right side of the infield.
Cole flares one down the left field line, and that is foul. It stayed in on the hands of Calhoun. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I wouldn't be surprised, Victor, if Romero throws that hard slider down and in. I think that would be the spot he would want to go to.
Infield comes in now with 2 strikes. Romero's 1-2 pitch. Time.
Yeah, he missed location with that one, though. Talked about go-tos earlier. This look off speed, because he'll make a mistake on occasion with his off-speed pitches, and that's one of those flat pitches right there that you can hit if it's in the strike zone.
Time call. Leadoff single by Maldonado, went to second on a wild pitch, moved to third on the ground out by Cozart. Two. Cole strikes out swinging. 2 outs.
It's a breaking ball up above the strike zone, though. A backup slider that looks so inviting as a hitter. Your eyes open up because you see it up there, but it's difficult to make contact with. Romero gets a big strikeout.
Justin Upton struck out of the first, one of 3 strikeouts for Romero to go with 1 walk and 2 singles.
Upton in this inning so far 3 times, or twice already in this series, has homered in the 3rd inning against the Twins. Let's take a base hit right now to get that early lead. But he has homered 2 of the 3 games, of both coming in this 3rd inning.
One ball, 1 strike. A little bit low. Very similar to the pitch that got up to for the strikeout in the first. If anything, the Angels at least have made Romero work, just to not come up with the hit when they needed to. With the man in scoring position in the second.
17 RBI in this month for Upton already.
That leads the majors at the start of the day. 2-1.
2-2.
Two on the way. Bounce foul. Can they run that fastball in? Breaking ball got him looking. The Angels leave another in scoring position. 3 complete, no score. Leaving a man in scoring position to end the third inning. They've left a couple now on this Mother's Day. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. So far, so good as far as the pitching matchup. Two 23-year-old rookies on the mound. Shohei is doing it with a strikeout, 7 of them through 3. And Romero's gotten himself into some trouble, but when he's needed to get some big outs, he certainly has. 3, 4, 5 coming up for the Twins. Escobar, Rosario, and Garver. Shohei has 5 consecutive strikeouts, and he'll drop a breaking ball for a strike on Eduardo.
You have 2 23-year-old pitchers with great poise on the mound also today.
No balls, 2 strikes. Escobar went down swinging on the breaking ball in the first inning.
Best fastball at 77. The slowest pitch he's thrown is his curveball at 72. Pretty good differential in speeds. 27 miles an hour. And you can see his splitter is going to be 85, 88. His slider's 81, 85. He missed location on that fastball. Escobar was right on that one. That's great. Thumbs up.
Oh, 2. Smothered.
Pretty good split there from Ohtani. 5 times in this game so far, Shohei Ohtani's been ahead of the count 0-2.
Out toward right center field. Cole racing over, and he's there. Tracks it down.
Now let's take a look at Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Talked about the need to be able to establish a fastball and splitter in this game. Split finger fastball and slider have been outstanding so far for Shohei Ohtani. The feel for it to get ahead of the count, mentioned 5 times ahead of the count 0-2, and that fastball right there, 98 miles an hour. Part of his 7 strikeouts so far in this game. Balance has been outstanding. It's a good play by Cole Calhoun, too. That ball was hit very well by Escobar. Working quickly, throwing strikes, your defense on their toes.
Eddie Rosario, the left fielder, up. Rosario grounded out to Kinser to end the first inning, 0 for 1. Tough pitch, down and in. 1-2. A couple of scores as far as the American League West is concerned. Houston beat Texas 6-1. Tigers beat Seattle 5-4, and Seattle got some tough news today. Robinson Cano was hit on his wrist by a pitch, fractured that wrist. He's going to need some surgery. He'll be out an extended period of time.
We saw that highlight. It got him square on the wrist.
1-2. Breaking ball, hooked foul. Well, the Angels certainly know what it's like to play without your superstar. Happened to Mike Trout last May, at the end of the month, down in Miami. The thumb injury cost him some time. Down goes Rosario. High fastball, 2 outs.
99-mile-an-hour fastball from Shohei Ohtani. Ran at the upper part of the strike zone against a very good fastball hitter and got it by him. Again, it's on the outer half of the plate. That's what you have to try to do against Rosario. Stay away from that inside part.
That's painted. I mean, that's 99 in the strike zone. The upper quadrant of the strike zone.
Talk about effortless, free and easy, and the delivery.
Mitch Garver, the DH. 2 outs, nobody on.
Eight strikeouts for Shohei. 8 different Twins with a strikeout.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, still with no score.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. By Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box.
Plenty of pink bats, hats, gloves, catcher's gear on this Mother's Day. Pitcher's duel. Shohei Ohtani with 9 strikeouts through 4 innings.
And that constant conversation between Ippei, his interpreter, Martin Maldonado, and Shohei in between innings, just to go over exactly what they want to try to do the following inning. So often you'll see a pitcher just sit in that dugout and just kind of getting that focus going, try to think about the following inning. But he's always that conversation to try to get better.
Ground ball, this one to the left side. Petit's got it. The shift on. Albert retired to lead off the 4th. He had walked in the 2nd. So here comes Simba. 0 for 1. To Kepler toward the warning track in center field.
When you look at the Angels lineup today, even though you have Albert with a hitting streak going, Justin Upton been crushing the ball in the month of May. This is the best, most consistent hitter going against this young hitter right here, and what he has done against certain pitches this year. Why he's got the best chance of doing the most damage.
Went around 0-1.
See those numbers versus outside pitch is 419. That's tops in baseball. 94 plus mile an hour fastball. 452 second, and even secondary pitch is 367, third best in the show.
0-2.
Luckily that hit the bat, because we were just talking about Robinson Cano on that inside fastball. Sometimes, especially for pitchers, young pitchers not used to throwing inside a whole lot, when you miss in, it's way off the inside part of the plate. By the way, you think Seattle brings D. Gordon from center field and puts him at second during that stretch?
Why not? That's his natural position. Check swing. Did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both teams with 2 hits. Valbuena swingle to center field. Maldonado the same thing. Full count.
A solid at bat for Anthony Simmons. Looking that pitch count up for Romero. Valbuena on deck, who singled to left center field last at bat. It's a 4th full count for Romero so far today.
Breaking ball, and he walked him. Second free pass issued by the righty.
Anthony Simmons with good speed, especially the way Romero's thrown the ball today. I wonder if he's not going to be on the move here early on. The outfield once again, especially in center and right, playing deep against Valbuena, and a lot of room here all the way to the wall between the infield and left center field. A lot of room there for Valbuena. He placed the baseball in there for a base hit, his first at bat.
Ball and a strike. 3 infielders on the right side with the move over.
Minnesota sensing there could be some movement here, whether it's straight steal or hit and run.
One around. 1-2.
See if Luis Valbuena went around. He's not real happy about that call. Close enough to be able to make that call as a third base umpire, though.
Good lead for Simmons over at first. He takes off. Pitch is down and in. The throw down by Wilson is not in time.
Yeah, Wilson has thrown out 25% of base stealers this season.
Good pitch to run on, too. Slider down and in.
Especially when you saw the pitch before a breaking ball, you know the pitcher and the catcher are going to go back with that same exact pitch and a pretty good jump. A little bit of a high throw, and Andrelton Simmons slides in with his 4th stolen base, 19 last year. A career high. In scoring position now. They were checking to see if he was able to tag that back foot. Boy, a lot of room again for Valbuena, looking to give the Angels the 1-0 lead here on that left side of the infield. Kepler in a little bit more so in center now with Simmons at second.
Valbuena strikes out for out number 2.
After a couple sliders in a row, gets him to swing and miss at a fastball. That's generally the zone too for Valbuena to really get a hold of and drive. I know he'd like to get that pitch back again at some point in this game. 5 strikeouts for Romero so far in 3 2/3. So both pitchers, excellent stuff early on.
Kinser looks at a strike. Ian got jammed, hit a fly ball to left in the second.
One thing about Kinser, and we've seen from Romero so far in this game, he will pitch in the lower part of the strike zone. Bobby Wilson, that quick conversation with the youngster now. But Kinser very good on pitches in the lower part of the strike zone this season. He hasn't had his batting average what we're normally would see, but he has been hitting the ball very well in the lower part of the zone. 341 batting average on low pitches this season. It's 6th best in the majors.
Halo's 0 for 6 so far today through 3 2/3 with men in scoring position. Ball and a strike. Meanwhile, Fernando Romero has gone 15 1/3 to start his big league career without having allowed a run, creeping up on a Twins record. It's up and in. He's got the 2nd longest streak to start a career in Twins history. Andrew Albers in 1974 with 17 1/3. 2-1.
Well, from this point forward, every time you give up a run, it goes up. It's just, that's not right. You're better off going the other way. I tried it that way. Give up a few early on, so every time you have a shutout inning, it goes down.
Right. 3-1 count. Chris Young on deck. And he lays off a high fastball. 2nd walk of the inning, 3rd of the game.
And the one thing, though, is that pitch count is starting to rise for Romero. 75 pitches. We're in the 4th inning here.
Hey, join your Angels as they take on the Rangers Friday, June 1st. It's a 7 p.m. start. Fans in attendance will receive a delightful, cooler bag.
That's a great adjectives, man.
Courtesy of Yakult probiotic drink. While supplies last. Get that delightful cooler bag.
You are fantastic.
For tickets, go to angels.com.
Your descriptions are fabulous. Delightful.
Delightful.
Charming,
It's only
delightful.
It's only delightful depending on what's inside that cooler.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right.
You are a poet. That's
Back
for
to
sure.
baseball. First and second. 2 outs. Young struck out to end the second. And to your point about the pitch count, they limited last year Romero to his innings, 125. They shut him down for the rest of the year. As Young pops it up. Well, the Angels, unless this ball drops in the infield, will leave yet another in scoring position. For the books, we're scoreless heading to the 5th.
Mother's everything. You know, she's my best friend. She's my confidant. She's helped me out so much over the years, especially through the ups and downs. And you know, it's a very special day for me.
Happy Mother's Day. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. No score, but treated to a pretty good pitching duel. Shohei Ohtani through 4 innings has 9 strikeouts. They face Morrison, Grossman, and Petit. 2 singles allowed by Shohei. One was off the glove of Cozart. First batter of the game. The other one an infield single by Morrison.
Couple 95-mile-an-hour fastballs off the outside corner and off the inside corner so far.
Two balls, no strikes. Kinsler out at shallow right. Kind of the swing we saw late last night, just trying to go the other way with it.
And he's strong enough that he can hit it a long way that way, especially when you've got a pitcher generating that power at 95 plus on a fastball. It's the only batter in this lineup. He has not struck out so far for the Twins today.
Breaking ball, pull to the right side. Kinsler's not going to get there, and he'll sneak through. Leadoff single by Logan Morrison. He's 2 for 2. Grossman struck out looking in the second. Shows bunt offered at it, 0-1. '97 misses downstairs. A ball would strike. 65 pitches now for Show. No walks with those 9 punch outs and 3 singles allowed. Down the left field line, slicing away from Upton, but he's there. Squeezes it for the first out. Morrison back to first.
And Shohei, really that second time through the lineup has been very good this season. 118 batting average versus second time through. 268 first time through, 118 and 263 the third time through the lineup for Shohei Ohtani. 213 overall in the season versus Shohei for major league hitters against him.
Gregorio Petit today getting to start at shortstop. Back-to-back hitters coming up and showing bunt.
Shohei Ohtani fields his position very, very well.
That time it went around. Nice block by Maldonado. Keeps Morrison at first.
Sometimes a hitter will square around the bunt just to be able to track a baseball to see if they get a good read of the spin of the baseball against the pitcher. Unable to get a good read on that spin on that slider though. For Petit, chased that one well out of the strike zone.
I was just going to say, I don't think it worked for Gregorio. I like him. Good guy.
Yeah, our good buddy.
Yeah.
Former Angel.
One ball, one strike, 1 out. Morrison at first. No score. We're in the 5th. 1-2.
It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball after that breaking ball.
He's telling Dick Bramber, the play-by-play announcer, longtime announcer for the Minnesota Twins before the game, and talking about Petit. What he did last night, little 2-strike approach, just punching one into center field. It's those little things that he brings to the table. Those veteran guys that have been around, can play multiple positions for you.
Yeah, learning to shorten up your swing, make contact with 2 strikes.
1-2. This one flared. Kinsler's not going to get there. Ball spins away. Will he throw to second? Get the force out? They do. How about that? Morrison was in no man's land. He had to wait to see if Kinsler was going to catch it. 2 outs.
You don't see that often, a 4-6 put out at second on a baseball hit like that. There's really nothing Morrison can do. He's got to make his way back at least a little bit, and then he sees that down, and with the spin on the baseball, good patience there for Kinser to pick that baseball and a good firm throw to Andrelton Simmons to get the force out. There's a lot of spin on that baseball.
Yeah, heads up to just go with the bare hand there. If he goes glove and no transfer, he loses the step there. Morrison is safe. Here's Bobby Wilson. 2 outs, 1 on. Fielder's choice for Gregorio Petit.
Again, that's that two-strike approach for Petit. It
Right.
wasn't exactly squared up, but it was put in play, and it almost worked out for him. So often we talk about, you know, the strikeout and home run and the walk during the course of an at-bat, putting the ball in play, making the defense make a play. That had to be a perfect play by Kinser to get that force out.
No balls, 2 strikes. Oh-2 pitch. Down goes Wilson. 10th strikeout of the afternoon for Shohei Ohtani. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis. The call of Carl's.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning. No score. 9-1-2 coming up for the Angels. Maldonado, Cozart, and Calhoun. Trout not in the lineup today. A day off for him. So people were wondering why he needs a day off. Well, he's played in all 39 games prior to today. And with the Angels in the midst of 29 and 30, he gets the day off. Maldonado perfectly placed down the left field line. Rosario cuts it off. Maldy's on his way to second, trying to get there with a leadoff double, and he is. Oh, and style points.
He's 14 of 24 in the month of May. And what a slide into second. Picking up his 6th double. Brought his hands inside and lines that one right down in that left field corner. Lead-off double for the Halos here in the 5th. Rosario did a nice job of cutting off that baseball, though.
Wait for it.
Yes.
Single and a double. Here's Zach Cozart.
Going a little Zoolander there, wasn't he?
That blue steel. Bouncer over the head, but gloved by Petit. Off balance throw, and not going to get him. Maldonado takes 3rd. Heck of a job by Petit just to get there and get rid of that baseball.
That's pretty good base running, too, from Maldonado. As soon as he sees that throw across the diamond, it is a long throw. You wonder if that's not one of those plays too as a shortstop. Even though you want to make every single play, you're better holding that baseball because you keep that double play in order first and second. But your instincts are always to try to make a play. And that was a long throw, but Kozart's going to beat that out with his speed. And because of that throw, Maldonado goes to third. It's still a very good effort, but a play more than likely when he gets into that dugout, they're going to say, hey, hold on to the baseball there. We like the range, but hold on to it.
Down and in Calhoun. Cole 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Halos so far 1 for 8 with a man in scoring position. Snapped their 0 for 13 stretch, although they don't get a run out of it. 1-0 pitch.
It's like some catch down, warming up down in the bullpen for the Twins now. A slight catch. That Cole was swing and miss on a high slider last one. Now he's trying to go upstairs with a fastball.
Ryan Presley pitched last night, getting ready. Two balls, one strike.
Boy, so far in this game, really, when you think about it, not a hard contact at all against Romero. Even though the Angels with 4 hits. Looking for that opportunity right now for Cole to get a baseball that he can drive.
Nobody out, runners at the corners. 2-2. Cole strikes out. 1 out.
Look for Justin Upton to get and jump on the first pitch thrown here from Romero. Romero's going to try to get ahead of the count. If it's in the strike zone, he's going to be aggressive. Trout looking on from the bench today.
Upton struck out twice. Bouncer over toward third, gloved, fires to second for 1, relay back to first, not in time.
They're going to check it, but I think he did get that foot down to beat that one out.
As of right now, it's 1-0 Angels. Let's see what the Twins decide to do.
Tell you what, that was a nice double play turn by the Minnesota Twins. Escobar got a lot on that throw to Dozier. That was a close play.
Larry Vanover, the crew chief's the one who made the call at first base.
Yeah, he's
That's
in
safe.
there. Just beat it out.
1-0 Angels.
10th RBI in the last 12 games for Justin Upton, and he had to utilize all that speed to get that first run across. Again, some more soft contact made against Romero. That's the first earned run he's allowed in the major leagues, and it was a very close one to not happening.
15 2/3 innings. So Andrew Albers 17 and a third scoreless innings to start a career as a starter. Stays intact. Soch and David Rackley talking to one another. Here comes Soch. Albert at the plate. The walk and a ground out. Upton over at first. And he throws it away. Morrison falls down, so Upton might try to take third. Well, Morrison couldn't find the baseball. It got caught up there. Error by Romero puts a man in scoring position.
An errant throw as it gets behind Justin Upton. He's trying to go with a little bit of a collision between Morrison and Upton. At that point, though, unless you know for sure you're going to be able to cruise into third base, you're already in scoring position for Albert Pujols, a hitter that's on his way to potentially get 2,000 RBIs for his career this season.
Mike Morris was a little chap that they kind of tangled their feet and he fell down. It's just incidental contact.
Yes. It's a pretty good test there for the youngster right now if he can keep his poise. We talked about how under control he has been. A wide throw by himself, put a runner in scoring position. Thought he was going to get through this inning without any runs allowed, but Upton beats out a potential double play ball. The Angels with a 1-0 lead.
Nice block by Bobby. 1-2.
Bobby Wilson's always been a very solid defensive catcher. He's been very active behind the plate, trying to block that slider, overthrown on occasion by Romero.
Two balls, two strikes.
Being close to that pitch count where his first two starts. Been around both times at 97 pitches thrown. He's up to 91 here now. 92nd pitch coming up in the game for Romero. More likely be his last inning.
Here's the 2-2. Albert flares one out toward right center field. Kepler moves over. Wants to carry to him. Reaching forward. Angels will leave a man in scoring position, but they do get on the board. 1-0 Halos as we hit to the 6th.
No matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Top of the 6th inning. Angels on top on the score of 1-0. Shohei Ohtani back out of the bump. He's going to get 1, 2, and 3 for the Twins. 73 pitches, 53 strikes, 10 strikeouts. Dozier, a base hit to lead off the game off the glove of Cozart, and a strikeout in the third. No balls and a strike.
Ran that fastball upstairs. You know the Dozier likes pitches elevated. He's got to be careful going upstairs. He's got to be well above the strike zone.
Missed up a little bit up high. Two balls, one strike, just off the plate.
It's a pretty good slider there from Ohtani. Another pretty good pitch. He didn't get called in that lower part of the strike zone, even though it ends up popping out of the glove. That's got the lower part of the strike zone crossing the front of the plate on a curveball. Starting to throw his curveball a lot more often in the last couple of games.
Leadoff walk to start the 6th inning. First free pass issued by Ohtani.
Didn't miss by a whole lot on any of those pitches. But a little bit out of the strike zone there at 96.
Max Kepler, the center fielder, batting in the number 2 spot, 0 for 2. Grounded out in the first, struck out in the third.
Has rolled into 4 double plays.
Wild pitch. Dozier will get the second.
Splitter. Overthrew that one, gets away from Maldonado.
Second time today that the Twins have had a man in scoring position. The other was Dozier in the first. One-0. Overthrown fastball. 2 balls, no strikes.
So far in this series for Minnesota, the 6th inning has really been their big inning. A leadoff walk, wild pitch, and now Kepler's ahead of the count, 2-0.
Three and 0. Seen this a couple of times where it just kind of goes away from him. Happened in Seattle. Almost as if the game speeds up on him all of a sudden. Just trying. 3-1. So good this afternoon. Showing a walk to Dozier to start the 6th. 3-1 pitch. Kepler out toward right, not very deep. Calhoun is there. Dozier will stay at second.
Oh, what a throw. He got behind that baseball so well. Cole Calhoun with 5 outfield assists so far this season. Talk about perfect as far as technique, get behind the baseball, and a firm throw. It's almost as if Cozart's a catcher framing a pitch in the strike zone from right field.
One out. Here's Escobar, 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, a fly ball to right in the 4th. Just off the plate. Maldonado asking for Ipe and Charles Nagy coming out.
Maldonado noticed something right away and wanted to make sure there was good communication between Ipe, Ohtani, and Charles Nagy in this entire infield here for the Angels.
Collective exhale. No trainer came out. Whenever you see a catcher looking into the dugout and waving somebody out, that's not a good sign. Typically, you worry about something because he sees the game a little bit differently. Fortunately, it's just more of a, like you said, saw something from an Escobar standpoint, or Dozier at second base. 1-1.
Yeah, I think it was more of a baseball thing than anything else.
Right. Yeah, but you pause for a second when you see all of a sudden there's a pause.
We all did it here.
Yeah. One, two. That's ripped towards second. Knocked down by Kinser. Nice play, keeping the body in front of it.
That's one thing about Ian Kinser. He's always been a tough player. He knows that baseball's hit hard. He's going to keep that body squared up. He's going to keep it in front of him. Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Ian Kinser keeping that body in front. He's won a Gold Glove before. Able to get that play at first base on a well-hit baseball by Escobar. But keeping that body squared up, keeping it in front, getting that second out.
Dozier at third base, 2 outs, 1-0 Angels in the 6th. Here's Eddie Rosario, grounded out in the first, struck out in the 4th.
That splitter overthrown there by Ohtani. Tell by the reaction by Maldonado trying to catch that one. That was real close right there. Dozier trying to throw off the timing of Shohei Ohtani. The main thing as a pitcher, when you're in that stress position, you have to step off first before you take that baseball out of the glove.
Breaking ball. Good one. 1-1.
And he's on a fastball. Go back to my Hyundai key for this game today for Shohei Ohtani and the Angels to be able to pull this one off and split this series. Never be the same. Changing up those pitching patterns, and Shohei Ohtani has done so far today. Looking to pick up another punch out and finish off this inning with the Angels still leading 1-0.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rosario. 11th strikeout of the afternoon for Shohei Ohtani.
What a pitch. He has pitched an outstanding game. He had to make pitches throughout this entire ball game, and that's one right here against a very good hitter. A split finger fastball with a punch on. Shohei liking his 11th of the game.
Toyota dealers, and by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
1-0. Angels lead at bottom of the 6th inning. 11 strikeouts so far for Shohei Ohtani. We'll see if he comes back out. He's hit 91 pitches. Garver, Morris, and Grossman due up for the Twins in the 7th inning. Nobody as of right now warming up for the Angels. Left-hander Taylor Rogers takes over on the bump for Minnesota. Fernando Romero is done after 5 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Gave up the run in the 5th inning. Rogers 1-1 with a 6.43 ERA. This will be his 16th appearance. Anderson Simmons leading things off. It's a fastball for a strike. This one lifted at the shallow center. Dozier going out. 1 out. Anderson 0 for 2 with a walk now. We'll bring up Luis Valbuena.
And Rogers does have that good curveball through his changeup fastball. A good deal of tailing action, 91, 94 range.
Valbuena with a single in the second, struck out in the fourth. Try to go back to another breaking ball.
Certainly impressed with Romero, that youngster for the Minnesota Twins. What an arm he has between him and Barrios. Future pretty solid as far as the rotation for Minnesota.
Fastball misses off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Valbuena down looking. 2 outs. Stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Nissan game break with Jose Mota. So Kinser comes up with 2 outs. Oh for 1 with the fly ball to left and a walk. Nobody loosening for the Angels, so Show come back out for the 7th, at the very least to start it. It's pretty good stuff for left-hander out of the bullpen. Been used exclusively out of the pen by Minnesota the last 3 seasons.
Just a little bit off that inside part of the plate. That's where Kinser wants something on the lower part of the strike zone.
Full count. Chris Young on deck. Kinser skies one on the third base side with a dugout. No play. Wouldn't recommend using the floppy hat to catch the baseball.
No, probably not.
Just not enough structure there, Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
Another payoff. Kinser works the walk with 2 outs.
Second walk of the game for Kinser.
Yeah, back-to-back games with multiple walks. Here comes Young, who's 0 for 2.
Well, you like to get that insurance run or 2 for Shohei Ohtani here in this inning if you can.
The only run in this game in the 5th inning, and that was on a fielder's choice by Upton.
You go down in the dugout, you see Shohei Ohtani is still walking around, trying to stay loose.
Young bounces this one over to Escobar. Force out Kinsler. 6 complete here at the Big A. The Angels up 1-0. Through 6 innings, 11 strikeouts. He's had it working. His career high 12. That was against Oakland on April the 8th. And he will be back out here to start the 7th inning. His action begins in the Angels bullpen. The Angels up 1-0.
Shohei has been great in day games when you think about it. He's got 5 walks and 35 strikeouts in day games so far. 11 here today, just 1 walk.
Cam Bedrosian begins to loosen in the Angels' pen. Garver, Morrison, and Grossman. Garver 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Ball on a strike.
Running fastball at 97 for Ohtani. Didn't miss by a whole lot either.
Little cue shot popped up. Valbuena into foul territory. 1 away.
Most pitches Shohei Ohtani has thrown into major leagues level, 98. He's done that a couple of times. Now at 94 pitches.
Morrison with a couple of singles. One-oh.
Good slow curveball.
Ball and 2 strikes on Morrison. Roseman on deck. 3 hits for Minnesota, 2 by Logan and 1 by Dozier. 1 free pass. As leadoff brought to Dozier in the 6th. He eventually was stranded in 3rd. 1-2.
Tried to rush that fastball at 98. Morris is able to foul that one off. Wonder if we'll try a split now. We tried that split. Marson's got a good read against him the whole game. Didn't chase that one. The only batter in the lineup has not punched out yet. In the lineup for the Twins today.
Two on the way. Downstairs, full count. Payoff on the way. Breaking ball just got a piece of it.
Pretty good one there too from Shohei. Now 101 pitches thrown, career high.
Another payoff. Fastball slash foul.
There always seems to be one guy in the lineup, no matter how well you're throwing, it just seems to feel comfortable at the plate against you, even with good pitches thrown. Seeing the baseball out of his hand very well, Marson is against Ohtani today. Long look in. Going through a series of signs here. Looking for that very best pitch of the game here from Shohei Ohtani.
Morrison draws the walk. I think that might be his last batter.
Yep.
Like Scioscia's coming out. You hear the groans already. New pitcher on for the Angels. It'll be Cam Pedrosia, but Shohei Ohtani will get a chance to tip his cap to the home crowd once again. He'll depart with a 1-0 lead.
Top of the 7th, Shohei Ohtani. Dell today, it's worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. You talk about feel for all of his pitches today. Splitter has been outstanding. That curveball, threw a lot more curveballs today, but he had a good feel for it. His fastball, 95 to 99 throughout this entire game, but his command of his secondary pitches and the emotion for Shohei Ohtani. 11 punch-outs and 6 1/3 shutout innings today for Shohei Ohtani.
Cam Bedrosian on in relief, pitched last night, went 1 inning, faced 3 batters. He'll face Robbie Grossman with Logan Morrison at first base, 1 out. Grossman 0 for 2, struck out looking at the second, and a fly ball to left in the 5th. Yes, he did.
Go. Yep. So he crossed the plate. Wasn't able to hold up on that high pitch.
Grossman foul tipped into the mid. 2 down.
That's that wipeout breakable you want from Cam.
Now
I
they're
say
saying
foul
not.
ball.
Maldonado's saying he caught it. Here comes Mike Scioscia.
See right here the hard slider. Yeah, it looked like it hit the dirt. I'm not so sure he fouled that though.
I'm not
It didn't
sure
look
he
like
fouled it either.
Yeah.
So he rings him up there. When did things change? Base hit the right. Same pitch. Morrison will turn, head toward third base. And the throw is not a time. We're going to take a look at that.
That's a perfect throw once again by Cole.
So Joe Mauer is going to come out and pinch hit for Gregorio Petit. Finishes the game going 0 for 2. And A-Ray Adrianza will pinch run for Morrison at first. Adrianza will stay in and play short. Mauer will stay in and play third. Or first, pardon me.
Even go back to that swing for Grossman. It didn't look like there was any contact made at all on that pitch down and in.
I'm still trying to figure out. I understand that the ball hit the dirt.
Yeah.
When did the call change and why did it change? He claims it's a foul tip and then he rings it up. Yet it doesn't look like Grossman makes contact with it. There's no change of direction there. But Blackney calls it a foul tip and then rings him up. Next pitch, base hit to right. First one to Bauer, downstairs. No stolen bases for Grossman. Bauer hitting .279 of the season. 7 doubles, a home run, 9 runs batted in.
Has hit into 3 double plays. He's got a lot of ground balls throughout this series to Ian Kinser at second.
One and one. One. Yes, he did.
Pretty good sharp slider, clearly crossed the plate.
One, two now. Line to right field, a base hit, and we're tied. Grossman will stop at second. Now with the pinch hit single, 2 on, 1 out.
Shohei Ohtani, an outstanding effort. And we'll get a no decision.
The book closed on Shohei, going 6 1/3 with 1 run, 11 strikeouts. Bobby Wilson at the plate. Bobby 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs. Johnson loosening now.
Minnesota battling back once again tonight, or this afternoon, I should say.
1-1. 1 and 2.
Paul Molitor has his club believing in their ability to come back. Their bullpen has been solid.
Two outs. Top of the order now, Dozier. Dozier on board twice with a single and a walk. He's also struck out. Big lead for Grossman at second base. Maurer the trail runner at first. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good breaking ball from Cam Bedrosian on that one.
Jim Johnson sits down. Blake Parker now up. Johnson still hovering. There's the 1-2. Gets away. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Wild pitch. Overthrown slider puts Grossman at third and Maurer now to second.
See that slider and when that spin, once it hits the dirt, sometimes very difficult as a catcher to keep that in front. That spin, once it hits, completely different than a fastball spin when it hits the dirt.
Two on the way. Ground ball. Kinsler's there. 1-1 as we head to the 7th inning stretch. Time now for the Nissan Game Break with Jose Mota.
Thanks, Victor. Well, for
Take a look at the Nissan out-of-town scoreboard before the Angels come to bat here. New York leading Oakland 5-1. That game was delayed 2 hours and 45 minutes because of rain. Cleveland over Kansas City 11-2. Houston, we mentioned earlier, beat Texas 6-1. I think Beltre had a little hamstring thing that's been bothering him again. Atlanta over Miami 4-3. Colorado at one point was getting no hit through into the 6th inning, I believe. Milwaukee leading 7-3. Later tonight, Washington against the Diamondbacks. Here it's 1-1. Maldonado, Cozart, and Calhoun due up for the Angels. Rogers back after his second inning of work. Issued a walk and had a strikeout in this first inning in the 6th. Martin Maldonado, 2 hits so far today with a single and a double. He scored a run.
So far, a very good series here against Minnesota. 7 for 10 for Martin.
Two 0. 3-0.
The need to get on base here. Might take a pitch or two. Zach Cozart on deck.
There's a strike. Bounce it toward third and goes foul.
Batting average over 270 and 273 now for Maldonado. With this series so far in this game, he continues to use the entire field.
3-2. And he walked up. Leadoff man is on board to start the 7th. Stay tuned for our Angels live post-game show for the Business of Sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed. Cozart 1 for 3, had a single in the 5th inning.
Fastball lower part of the strike zone, 93.
Presley back up and loosening again.
Mike Trout moving on this week like we saw Joe Mauer. And in the top of the 7th, Mike Trout available here in the bottom of the 7th.
Maldonado over at first. Two balls, one strike. And Trout comes out to pinch hit for Cole. Molitor will go to the bullpen and bring in Presley. 2-1 pitch. Goes our linesman to center field. It's a base hit. Maldonado will advance to second. We'll stop right there. So the first 2 on board. Cole called back. Trout pops out. And we're going to get ourselves a pitching change. As soon as Trout gets introduced, I'd imagine Molitor will go out to the pen.
Manfred didn't waste any time, took a couple steps out of the dugout and already pointed to the bullpen.
That's going to be it for Rogers. Faced 2 batters here in the 7th, so he goes an inning plus, and he'll depart for Ryan Presley. A pitching change in the 7th inning. Angels and Twins tied at 1.
For the Halos here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's take a look at tomorrow's probables, brought to you by Verizon, with the Astros coming into town. Lance McCullers Jr. off to a great start, 5-1, 3.72, 46 strikeouts. No, 52 strikeouts in 46 innings so far. Andrew Heaney's been throwing the ball exceptionally well himself of late, 1-2, 4.78, 29 punch outs for Andrew Heaney. Ryan Presley in the game now for the Minnesota Twins. Fastball's 92-97, slider, curve, and change.
2 on with nobody out. Trout will look at a strike. 317 on the season. 12 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Maldonado the base runner at second, and Cozart at first. Presley pitched last night. Won an inning, gave up a run on a hit, had 3 strikeouts.
Trout 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Couple walks as a pinch hitter, but 1 for 3. Good hack at that fastball inside. Trout with real good numbers. Fastballs inside this season. Went back inside.
Called strike 3. Trout gets rung up. 1 out.
Runs that fastball upper part of the strike zone and just barely touches that upper part of the strike zone. Just above the belt.
Justin Upton 0 for 3. They pick up an RBI in the 5th inning. Fielder's choice. Taylor's now 1 for 12 with men in scoring position today. One-0. Bouncer toward third. Escobar's got it. Touches third. Across the diamond. Now digs it out. And the Angels are done here in the 7th. First 2 on with nobody out. Get nothing out of it. We'll head to the 8th. Still tied at 1. Rosario coming up, second consecutive outing for Keenan, and the 3rd of the 4 games he's pitched in this series. This will be his 16th appearance. No record of 2.12 ERA, 16 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 17 innings of work.
Tough part of the lineup too for the Twins with Kepler, Escobar, and Rosario up in this inning. All 3 lefties going against Keenan Middleton.
Kepler 0 for 3. Emergency hack, fouls it off. One ball, one strike. One ball, 2 strikes. It's good, fouled off.
That's good off-speed pitch there from Middleton.
1-2, fouled off from the end. Trout, of course, stays in the game. He is in center field. Chris Young moves over to right. No other changes for the Angels. Two. Eduardo Escobar, the man on deck. Nobody out in the 8th. Lifted to shallow left field. Dustin Upton calling for it. 1 down. Stay tuned for the Angels Live coming up right after the game, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Eduardo Escobar 0 for 3. A strikeout, fly ball to right, and a ground ball to second. Good off speed pitch.
And looking at the inner part of the plate to try to turn on it.
Just above the strike zone. Somebody was barking, probably Scioscia from the dugout. That's why Maldonado is kind of talking with David Rackley. That pitch above the zone, unlike the one that Trout got rung up on. Smart move by Maldonado.
Yeah. Because you want one of those borderline pitches to go your way. And Maldonado is so good as far as framing pitches, getting pitches that are not necessarily in the strike zone, called strikes. A little over 3% of that strikes called last year out of the strike zone, framed well by Maldonado.
Cued. Kozar in the shortstop position retires Escobar. 2 down. Hey, join us for Family Sunday on June 3rd, 1 p.m. before the Angels take on the Texas Rangers. The first 10,000 kids in attendance receive a great Youth Trout jersey, courtesy of Angels Radio AM 830, while supplies last. More information, go to angels.com. Two outs, nobody on for Eddie Rosario.
And you got to stay away from that inner part of the plate against Rosario here. Shohei did an excellent job against him staying away and change his speeds. There it is again, good changeup, outside part of the plate at the knees.
Maldonado's going out now.
Another close, tight game here with Minnesota for the Angels.
Almost got him to chase that high fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Something going on with Middleton.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Adam Neville is coming out with Mike Scioscia. McKinnon's just coming off the DL, activated on Thursday.
It looked like Maldonado was talking to him about that. And then with the very next pitch, Adam Neville and Mike Scioscia out to the mail. Right there you see him pointing at it. That's going to be it for Keenan Middleton.
So the Angels will have to go to the bullpen once more with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Pitching change, and whoever comes in will get as much time as needed. Tied at 1 here in the 8th.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond players of the game. Fernando Romero, the youngster 23-year-old, and Shohei Ohtani, 23-year-old for the Angels. Both pitched outstanding baseball, combined 17 strikeouts and 11 1/3 for the youngsters. Threw the ball very well. Firm fastballs, good secondary pitches. Just 7 hits allowed, too, between the two youngsters today in this game. That's why we are tied here at 1 in the 8th.
Jim Johnson warming up here with Keenan Middleton removed from the game due to injury. So he'll get as much time as needed. Keenan, as we mentioned, his 3rd outing since coming off the DL. He was activated on Thursday, pitched that night. Did not pitch Friday, pitched last night, and now today. And we'll see what the medical staff has to say after the game. Stick around for Angels Live postgame for that update. Johnson continues his warm-up pitches here. He'll be facing Eddie Rosario with a 1-1 count. 2 outs and nobody on in the 8th inning. Johnson just about ready to go. The Twins had Addison Reed warming up. Reed pitched 2 innings last night. Angels in the bottom of the 8th. Have Pujols, Simmons, and Valbuena due up. One. 2 balls and a strike.
The two-seamer sinker from Johnson there. Again, trying to stay away against Rosario. Especially that break ball down and in would be a dangerous spot unless you bounce it. Fastball away should be effective for Jim Johnson here.
Lifted out toward left. Upton. Underneath it. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 game. Up his warm-up pitches. Mentioned he pitched last night going 2 innings. This will be his 18th appearance. 0-2 with a 2.75 ERA, 19 2/3 innings, 20 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Reed last night, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, no runs allowed.
The fastball's 89-93 range with some pretty good cut action to it. Slider throws a lot of those and a changeup.
First one. Albert takes a strike. Albert today 0 for 2 with a walk. Line to right center field, a base hit.
It's a 9-game hitting streak now for Albert Pujols with that base hit. It's a good swing there, good approach at the plate there for Albert Pujols. Stay back, lines that baseball very well. Use that lower half of his body, got a pitch away and lines it to right center field. Real good swing from Albert. 3,008 hits.
Angels to Simmons 0 for 2 with a walk. Skies went out to center. One out.
Sorry, make that 3,007 hits for Albert as he extends that hitting streak to 9 games.
Balbuena 1 for 3. Single and a couple of strikeouts. A 1 count. Candles took a 1-0 lead in the 5th inning. Minnesota tied it in the 7th. Little pop-up to shallow left field, and Rosario comes in. Squeezes it for round number 2.
Second baseman, Manfred.
Kinser 2 for 7 in his career versus Reed.
Yeah, with a couple of walks and a fly ball to left.
Kinser with 21 career home runs against Minnesota Twins pitching. In a favorable hitters count now, 2-0.
Pulls this one foul. Just out in front, 2-1. It's his 6th career game Addison Reed has pitched in here in this ballpark. Never allowed a run. Kid from Rancho Cucamonga. 2-1. This one skied to shallow center field. Dozier going out. Kepler's there. The Angels are done here in the 8th. We're off to the 9th, tied at 1. Back out there for the 9th. Garver, Adrianza, and Grossman are the 3 scheduled batters to face Jim Johnson. Blake Parker warming up now in the bullpen for the Angels. Mitch Garver, the DH, is 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up.
When we had that base hit on a curveball against Jim Johnson a couple of nights ago. More of an emergency swing, and this hit it right down the first base line.
One ball, one strike. Minnesota with a run on 5 hits, 1 error. Stranded 6. The Angels 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Have left 9 on base.
Good break ball there, outside part of the plate.
One, two. Looked like he went around, and he did. Rung up by Blackney. It was the first out of the 9th.
Good hard breaking ball here from Johnson out of the strike zone. Garber tried to check the swing, was called out at home plate. Pretty close, but definitely crossed the plate. You don't have to ask first base umpire. If you're a home plate umpire and you see it, you can ring him up, and he did so.
This is A-Ray Adrianza. Pinch ran for Logan Morrison in the 7th inning. First plate appearance for him. 0-1. 212 batting average. 4 doubles, 3 runs batted in. Oh, 2. Jose Alvarez has joined Blake Parker in the bullpen. 11 pitches thrown by Johnson through 2 batters, plus Adrianza. Here comes the 1-2, and it's a ground ball single through the right side. So man on now for Robbie Grossman. Charles Nagy coming out.
Especially more so to give Alvarez a chance to get warmed up, especially with Joe Mauer on deck.
As copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels, it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. One out, one on. We're in the 9th of 1-1 game. Grossman so far 1 for 3. Adrianza taking a big lead over at first base.
You might want to either step off or throw over here if you're Jim Johnson.
2 stolen bases, has not been caught this year.
Minnesota with 14 stolen bases. That's a big lead.
0-2. Joe Mauer, the man on deck.
Quick move, real close play. Good footwork there by Jim Johnson.
No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. We're in the 9th. Both teams now with 6 hits.
Go 2 count. A lot of times as a base runner, you're assuming that maybe that Johnson will throw a breaking ball, better jump on it. But you have Joe Mauer in the on-deck circle. You better know you can make it.
Adrianza started to go, then stopped. Grossman doing everything possible to keep his at-bat alive. Adrianza with the 1-out single. It's blocked by Valbuena.
Yeah, he went in that almost like a middle infielder position there on that throw to keep it in front. Exactly what you try to do as a first baseman or for Valbuena. A low throw like that, you're trying to keep it in front. If it gets away from him, that's going to be trouble.
Adrianza's on the move. Grossman shoots one out toward right center field. Chris Young is not going to get there. One hops the fence. Trout gets it back in quickly. Being waved around is Adrianza. Quick relay by Kinser, and he is out at home.
I think they'll take a look at that one, but it looked like Maldonado was able to get that tag on the hand of Adrianza as he's got around towards third. You talk about a perfect relay. And Kinser got a lot on that throw. See if that tag was applied. And he's out at home. What a play.
Yeah, I got to take a look at it.
It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco, a perfect relay. And the quick tag, you have to take a look at it right there at that point. Tough to overturn. Did he get his hand in? Try to apply the tag and then reach over the glove. But I think if you're Paul Molitor and the Twins, it's worth taking a shot at that. But what a perfect relay.
Talk about quick hands on the part of Ian Kinsler, just getting rid of that baseball. Should be out, unless they saw something we did. And Ian caught through all in one motion.
Yeah, he got himself turned around perfectly, textbook. And it's out. What a play. Potential game-saving play. Trout to Kinser to Maldonado with a perfect tag himself to keep this tied at 1. Looks like they're going to walk Joe Mauer.
Absolutely. First base open. Why wouldn't you? Maurer 1 for 1. He had a pinch hit RBI single in the 7th and tied this game up.
Well, I didn't think they'd have a shot, especially with Adrianza on the move. He was going. And you can't play that any better than the Angels did on that one.
Wilson's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Perhaps a little hesitation around second base by Adrianza, making sure that Young didn't catch the ball, especially with 1 out. Didn't want to get doubled up. Johnson spiking that fastball to the dirt. And now is behind the number 9 hitter. 2 balls and no strikes. Grossman gets credited with a double, his 2nd hit of the game, 8th double of the season. Maurer over at first via the intentional walk. That's ball 4, and they're loaded up. So Johnson walks the number 9 hitter. As Dozier's coming to the plate, they're going to go to the bullpen.
See if this pitch got that outside part of the plate and a little bit off the corner.
Pitching change here in the 9th. We're tied at 1. Is loaded in a 1-1 game as Blake Parker replaces Jim Johnson. Parker making his 19th appearance of the season. 0-1 with a 3.32 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 7 walks, in 19 innings of work. He's going to face Brian Dozier. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk today. Bases loaded, no place to put him. Grossman at third, Mauer at second, Bobby Wilson at first. Dozier 1 for 1 in his career against Parker. There's the first one. Popped up. Martin Maldonado heaves the mask away. Cozart calls him off.
Huge out there. Bases loaded. The Angels with a chance to walk off in that pop-up. One pitch out to Parker. But what a relay that was. Trout to Kinser to Maldonado. A game-saving defensive play on a throw to the plate. Tied at 1, bottom of the ninth.
He's going to lead things off for the Angels. He'll be followed by Maldonado, then Cozart, new pitcher on the mound. It's left-hander Zach Duke pitching for the third straight day. Addison Reed went 1 scoreless. 18th game for Duke, 2-1 record, a 3.46 earned run average.
Yeah, fastball 86 to 90. That little sink and cut action to his fastball, depending on 2 and 4 seamer. Curveball, slider, changeup. What if you first pitch fastballs to right-handed batters? So if you're ready right now for a fastball, if you're Chris Young, you got to be ready to launch one now if you get one in your zone. He's ready for that fastball, but it's good running action. 6 career walk-off hits, all home runs for Chris Young.
Oh, 2. Young 0 for 3. Got the start in center field, moved over to right when Trout pinch hit to Calhoun in the 7th inning. That hit him on an 0-2 pitch.
Right in that back foot. Overthrowing that 3/4 arm action. Trying to move out of the way. Back foot.
Potential winning run over at first base.
Long look down there for Martin Maldonado. Potentially to bunt.
It's the 3rd straight inning the Angels have had their leadoff man on board. Maldonado walked the 7th. Pujols singled in the 8th, and now the hit by a pitch in the 9th. Showing bunt. Drops the bunt on the first base side. Nice job. Zach Duke flips it over to Mauer. 1 out. The sacrifice puts Young at second base.
Will be 2 for 2 with that sac fly on the game for Martin Maldonado. Walk, sac, bunt. Perfect job getting some high fives going and back into that dugout. Perfect bunt. That's level with the bat, dead in the baseball. Hit it to the right side of the infield, forcing Duke to field it. And Chris Young easily gets into scoring position.
Zach Cozart 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Pulls this one to left field. It's a base hit. Young is going to be waved around. Rosario doesn't even have a throw. Drive home safely.
Zach Cozart's second walk-off hit of the season. The other, a home run there, a base hit as the Halos walk off against Minnesota in this tough 4-game set.
Jumping on that first pitch, just like you said, Zach Duke against right-handed batters. Took advantage of it. 3rd hit of the game for Zach Cozart. Picks up his 15th run batted in, his 2nd walk-off hit of the season for Cozart. Makes Blake Parker the victor this afternoon. Parker came in through 1 pitch, got Dozier to pop up with the bases loaded. And then the Angels, after Chris Young hit by a pitch and a sac bunt, get the game winner by Cozart. Zach Cozart, 3-hit game. He's down on the field with our own Alex Curry.
Zach, a 3-hit game, your 2nd walk-off of the season. Take us through what's going through your mind when you're at the plate and you know you have a chance to help this team win.
Yeah, you just want to, he's going to try to get ahead. They want to get ahead and then work their other stuff. I was trying to be aggressive right there. CY on second base. Thank God his ankle's all right. Pitchers did an amazing job today keeping us in this game. We didn't have a lot going offensively till the end.
Now, every game this series has been a close one.
I like that. Thanks, guys.
That was about time. Now, every game this series could have gone either way. What did you see from your guys here tonight to help really come out and get this one on your side?
Well, we just grinded it out. Like you said, we've had a tough couple games. Could have went our way, but didn't. And we wanted to end this series with a win. So going to be happy about this and come back tomorrow.
Now, I know it's always special to honor moms here on Mother's Day and to give them this big gift with the win. Is there any message you want to give to the moms out here and to the moms in your life?
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, Chelsea. Happy Mother's Day to my mama. Moms are awesome. We love moms.
Well, congratulations on the walk-off and the big win.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This was a big one here for the Angels this afternoon as they split the series with the Twins in walk-off style. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with Jose Mota and Mark Kubica to break it all down on Angels Live next.